moment in life when something shifts. You raised your children with love, sacrificed, guided, gave them everything you could. But now, something feels off. Maybe they ignore your advice, maybe they dismiss your thoughts, or maybe, most painful of all, they make you feel invisible. If your grown children have stopped treating you with the respect you deserve, you're not alone, and you're not powerless. In this video, we're going to walk through 6 powerful ways to gently and wisely regain your children's respect, without fights, guilt, or demands. These aren't tricks. They're mindset shifts that can restore balance and dignity in your relationship. If you're ready to feel seen again, heard again, and valued again. Let's begin. Now let's dive into the first one. Stop chasing their approval. It's natural to want love and appreciation from your children, but chasing their approval, that's a trap. You may find yourself saying yes when you want to say no. You rearrange your plans, bite your tongue, do things just to keep the peace, hoping it'll bring you closer. But here's the truth. The more you chase their approval, the less they respect you. Respect doesn't come from sacrificing your needs. It comes from honoring them. When you stop putting yourself last, you remind your children that your feelings matter too. Start with small changes. Speak your mind calmly. Set gentle boundaries. Say no when you need to, and mean it. Because when you treat yourself with dignity, others, including your children, begin to follow your lead. Don't argue. Lead by example. When your children dismiss your thoughts or talk down to you, it's tempting to fight back, to raise your voice, to remind them of everything you've done. But arguments don't earn respect, they erode it. Instead, lead with calm confidence. Picture this: you're not shouting to be heard. You're standing tall, speaking clearly, and letting your presence do the talking. Respect is felt when you stay grounded, especially in moments of tension. So next time you feel disrespected, pause. Don't engage in a battle of words. Respond with poise, not pressure. Because when you model respectful behavior, you're not just asking for respect, you're teaching it. Withdraw your emotional dependence. It's natural to want connection with your children, to feel seen, valued, needed. But when your emotional well-being starts to depend on their calls, their visits, their validation, you quietly hand them all the power, and they can feel it. You may not say it out loud, but when every unanswered message feels like a wound, when their silence makes you question your worth, they begin to see you not as strong, but as someone who needs them to feel whole. That pressure, it doesn't bring them closer, it often pushes them away. But when you reclaim your center, when you fill your life with purpose, joy, hobbies, friends, everything shifts. Suddenly, they're not avoiding guilt. They're reaching towards someone they admire. Because emotional independence, it doesn't mean closing your heart. It means building a life where their love is a bonus, not your foundation. Set boundaries and enforce them. Sometimes love makes us too soft. We let the little things slide. The dismissive tone, the ignored advice, the way they talk over us like we don't matter. But here's the truth. The more you tolerate disrespect, the more you teach them it's acceptable. Setting boundaries doesn't mean slamming doors or starting arguments. It means calmly saying, "I won't accept being spoken to that way." It means letting them know your time, your feelings, and your space deserve respect, no matter how old they are or how old you are. Think about it. If they interrupt you, you can pause and say, "I'll finish when you're ready to listen." If they dismiss your opinion, gently reply, "We can disagree, but I expect to be treated with respect." At first, it may surprise them, but if you hold your ground with grace, not anger, they'll feel it. Because true respect isn't forced. It's earned by those who value themselves enough to draw the line. Stop giving without appreciation. As parents, it's natural to give. You gave your time, your money, your energy, sometimes even your health, and you did it out of love. But when that love is met with silence, when thank you turns into Of course you will. It's time to pause, because giving should be mutual, not expected. And the truth is, the more you give without appreciation, the more they assume your help is automatic, not a gift, a duty. You're not a bottomless well. And kindness, when taken for granted, slowly becomes invisible. That doesn't mean you stop loving. It means you stop bending over backward without a second thought. You start saying, "Not this time." You wait for the ask, not rush in uninvited. And when you do give, let it come from strength, not from a place of guilt or habit. They might be confused at first, maybe even frustrated, but then they'll begin to notice that your help is something earned, not owed. And with that awareness, respect grows. Build a life outside of them. It's easy to make your children the center of your world. You raised them, you cheered them on, you sacrificed more than they'll ever know. But now, it's your turn. Because here's a quiet truth. If they look at you and see someone waiting for their next call, their next visit, their next moment of attention, they start to forget that you are your own person. But when they see you living, thriving, pursuing joy, connection, adventure on your terms, everything changes. Take up a hobby, join a book club, volunteer, travel, laugh, surprise yourself, become someone they want to ask about, because a parent with a life of their own is magnetic, not needy, but radiant, not waiting, but blooming. And suddenly, they're not just your children anymore, they're your admirers. Speak the language of mutual respect. Sometimes what we need isn't more action, it's better communication. You may think you're being respectful by staying silent, avoiding conflict, or always putting them first. But from their side, it can come off as passive, unclear, or even dismissive. So here's the key. Start communicating with your adult children the same way you'd want them to speak to you, with honesty, clarity, and calm strength. Tell them what you need. Let them know what bothers you, without blame, but with confidence. Use phrases like, "I feel hurt," when "It's important to me that let's find a way to meet in the middle." When you lead the conversation with self-respect, they feel that. When you model emotional maturity, they mirror it. And over time, this kind of clear, respectful dialogue becomes the new normal. Because regaining respect isn't just about boundaries or independence. It's also about choosing your words with care and standing behind them with quiet power. Story of Victor. I call it the Garden of Boundaries. There was a man named Victor, 74, who had raised 3 children on his own after losing his wife early. He worked hard, paid for college, showed up at every important milestone. But now, his kids barely called. When they did, it was to ask for something, a favor, a loan, a babysitting weekend. Rarely a, "How are you, Dad?" For a while, Victor gave in. He rearranged doctor visits, skipped fishing with friends, always said yes even when he felt drained, and deep down, he felt invisible. One spring, something changed. He decided to reclaim his backyard. He began to garden, planting rows of herbs, tomatoes, and roses. Every morning, with coffee in hand, he walked that garden like it was sacred. He stopped answering every call, started saying no, and something strange happened. His kids noticed. "Dad, what have you been up to lately?" He smiled. "I've been busy growing things that make me happy." They visited, saw the roses, smelled the basil, noticed the peace he carried. Respect quietly returned, not because he demanded it, but because he modeled it. This video, take a quiet moment for yourself. Ask, have I been asking for respect or modeling it? Have I been waiting or living? Because the truth is, the power to shift your family dynamic often begins not with others, but with you. You are not invisible. You are not done growing. You still have purpose, wisdom, and the right to be treated with dignity. So here's your invitation. Start today, not by demanding respect, but by living in a way that commands it. Set one boundary. Reclaim one joy. Say no once. Say yes to yourself. Because when you lead with quiet strength, others follow. And even if they don't right away, you will have found something even greater: peace, self-respect, and a life that is fully, beautifully your own. Thank you for watching. If this message moved you, please consider subscribing. It helps us keep making videos that support and uplift the senior journey. And in the comments, share one small shift you're ready to make this week. We're listening and rooting for you.